Going live. It's thinking, I'm live. Yay. All right. I'm going to go post. Paste. Put this ukulele down. Highlight. Enter. Edit. Settings. Open a new window. Update. Slide up. Update. Those of you who log in here regularly get to hear the exact same thing I do every single time. All right. Is that good? That looks good. Let's get this microphone out where it's supposed to be. Sounds like I'm probably shaking your house with this thing. There's that. Get this other microphone set up. Hey guys, if you're logging in, let me know if the sound is good. I guess I look okay. How fat do I look today? Pretty fat. All right, gonna be working on that someday. Let's go see if I posted correctly. View page, live streaming. Let me know if you can hear me. I need to hear if I'm live or not. I can't tell. Ugh. Goofy photo of me. Yeesh. Get uglier and uglier every day. Lynn! Hey, Lynn. Red. You look so thin. I do not. Let's see. Checking in on my lunch break. White is supposed to be a slimming color. Yeah, I know, right? Supposed to be. Thanks, Christina. Glad you're checking in on your lunch break. That's exciting. That's a way to make you give you a stomach ache, tuning in to listen to me. Let's see. Loud and clear. Lynn, yes, you hear me. Lanny, sounding good. Sandy, Youper. I love that Youper. That's so funny. Right there. That's where you live. Let's see. Sound good, look good, not fat. Sound good, look good, not fat. So funny. Let's see. How does the oh yeah, I know, right? How does the uke sound? I pulled this Ohana off the shelf here. I'm gonna try this guy today. He's got a cedarwood top, and cedarwood usually sounds pretty nice. So I've been selling quite a few of these little guys. So we'll give it its debut performance today. Hey Leslie, good to see you. Glad you made it. Jana, Waco, Texas. Yeah, that's the place where that couple that does all of the home remodeling does their work, right? If I remember right. My niece watches all these home video, home repair shows, and prior to her moving in, I watched the news, and now that she has moved in, we watch home remodeling shows, and I'm not positive it's an upgrade. But what I have figured out is that if you want to have a home remodeling show, you have to know two things. One, we're going to take the wall down between your kitchen and your dining room, and two, we're going to put an island in. That's basically what every single show is about. Let's see who else is logged in here. Renee, welcome in. Beautiful downtown Bozeman. Kat and Texarkana coming in. Let's see. I know, Kat. What the heck, man? You're slipping up. You're getting on it. You're getting your schedule all set up properly. Glad you're here today. Gail, happy Friday to you. Pauline, happy Friday to you. Fixer Upper. Is that what it's called? Fixer Upper? Yes, the Fixer Uppers, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Okay, Gaines, that's right. That's what I remember now. Yeah, did a whole bunch of shows on that HGTV. And so far, I think my favorite one is the girl who does the mansions. And she does the bottom floor and then the top floor. Does it in two sections. I don't think she really does that, but I think that's how the show was run. And I like those houses she picks. They're pretty beat up. It's funny because we talk about in Denver, there's every house is expensive, and there are every house is a fixer upper. You know, and like the math on it wouldn't work at all. I don't think here, uh, but maybe who knows? Burke and Company. Burke, Mike, welcome in. Glad you're here. This is Beatles Friday. We're gonna rock the house. Who else is logging in? Lindy, happy concert day from Centennial, Colorado. Centennial is just, you can see it from here. It's right over there. And they have a little airport there. And about every other year, some plane goes down in the field there. And so that's Centennial. Centennial broke off from Littleton because they got, it was just a regular suburb. And then all these rich people moved into Centennial, and they're like, we don't like being part of Littleton. So they had to make their own town. Let's see, Brandon. Hey, hear the concert. Brandon, you're to be playing the concert. I'm just here to keep the rhythm. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad you're here, Brandon. Let's see. Patty is straggling in. Patty, is Tom hanging out and sitting there next to you, going, I'm ready. I'm ready. Every day is a Beatles problem with you, Bob. Hey, Terry. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's having a lovely day. It is, I think, in the 70s or upper 70s here, or maybe it's 80s. I don't know. Let's find out. What temperature is it outside? 81 today, right now. Yeah, the air conditioner in here is a swamp cooler, and so every day it's just all humid and lovely in here. And I look outside and I go, gosh, it sure looks nice out there. And some days it's 95 out there. You're like, ugh. Let's see. Oh, Tom's not there. Okay. Hi, Annie. Welcome in. Chris, howdy doody. Guys, I want to get started a little early. I want to get finished a little early. I want us to. Christina is in for her lunch hour here today. She's messing up her lunch, so we got to squeeze in as much as we can before she has to go back to work. So let's get warmed up on key of G major. If you have just been downloading stuff from the website, it's called JFA02 G major. I got to fix those. I got to make those sound a little bit more legit when you download them, because you can't find them in your computer after that. I've been in the process of trying to switch from just having my hard drive on my computer to using the cloud, the Google Cloud. And I might as well have just taken a hammer and hit myself in the head 75 times over the last 6 weeks. It has been absolutely a miserable process. And I am a huge fan of Google, but I am a huge angry person over the Google Drive. So, I now have 400 copies of everything, and I continuously can't find the last thing I worked on. That's what's driving me bananas. Is like everything I'm gonna do a piece for somebody. Oh, it was While Guy My Guitar Gently Weeps for the guitar group last night, and I had it in the key of C and I had it in the key of D, and now I don't have it in either of those keys, but I have another version that I don't even remember creating. So I don't know what it does. I don't know. I'm hoping eventually it'll just all work itself out. So let's see. Linda's in. Vicky is ready. Vicky says, "Shut up, Gary. Let's play some music." So pull up your key of G major from the arpeggio book. On Fridays, we spend a whole lot less time teaching and a whole lot more time playing, and hopefully that means that I shut up. I'm not that good at shutting up. One of the things you guys have probably figured out is that if you're going to be dealing with me, it's a lot of blobbity blah. I'm aware of that. I know. I sometimes I say something comes out of my mouth like, I'm going to talk less. I'm not going to talk less. I know this is to be who I am and how I work. Let's see. I have guitar while my guitar gently weeps for baritone right now. I'm not positive I'm going to work it up for a ukulele. I might, Bob. I don't know. This top string causes a bit of a challenge with that, but we'll see. I know a lot of you guys would want it on. If I get it done, if I decide that I can fit it onto ukulele, I'll probably toss one up there. The one I have is quite a bit different than Jake's. Mine's playable. All right, looking forward to the concert. Barbara's ready to go. Linda's here. All right, Linda's here. Let's keep going. All right, so grab your key of G major, and remember with these arpeggios, I like you to think of them as your morning warm up. So you sit down to play ukulele, you run through your arpeggio, get warmed up, and then go on to your real music. And so let's play this one, see how it goes. Remember, and in my book, in the arpeggio book, if I want you to do a thumb strum, I will put the little wiggly down. Otherwise, I want you in the claw position. And I think probably you've gotten the message over the last 6 months, however long we've been doing this, 2 months, it feels like six, that this matters, that this shape here, you're going to be doing this a lot and you want to get good at it. So let's just keep working on it all the time. Hey, Manette. Oh, from there you go. All right, shh. Well, that's a secret, Renee. Don't let everybody know. All right, here we go. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. I realized as I approached the bottom of page number 1, my page turner was sitting in a spot where I did not have the ability to get to it, and a little bit of panic ensued. So now we are back into being able to turn the page. Let's see. Laurel. Hi, Laurel. Vicky, what are the chord measures? Yeah, Vicky, I got your email. There are no chords in that section. That section is straight up melody. Okay, so it's straight melody, 23 through 30. No chords are meant to be there. You could probably figure it out, right? So if you're playing, so try playing with the G chord. then maybe yeah, doesn't sound right. How about Brian a C chord there? How about sticking with your G chord? That doesn't sound right. How about a D7? Oh, that might be it. Okay, so the first two, mess around with your chords, find out which chord it sounds the best with, and then you can put those chords in there. I don't have chords on there on purpose, because the purpose of that section is to switch you to melody, to have you straight playing it. There are chords hiding out under there. Some of them will sound better than others, and so you can kind of choose which chords you want in there. Probably that first measure is a G, probably the second measure is an open G, D7, and then 10 almost certainly a D chord or a G chord, right? And then I don't know. E minor 7. I don't know. I don't have chords on there on purpose. There aren't any there, so it's really just meant as a melody run. Great question, though, Vicky. Thank you. Kathy, concert day. Yay, Christine finally made it. Yeah, I know. I got it. Hi, Arlo. Happy Friday from. Hey. Hey, I always call her Critter now. I don't know why. It's Christy Ott. Okay, that's we're warmed up, right? We're in beautiful shape. I don't know what to say about that. How many of you got caught on the repeat? I kept the repeat a secret. Did anybody get caught for forgetting to do the repeat? That happens pretty regularly. Let's see. All right, Home on the Range. Let's do that. Home on the Range. All right, Home on the Range, same key signature, right? We're still going to be in the G signature. The only difference is we're going from a 4/4 song to a 3/4 song. And remember, with 3/4, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If that first beat is pretty heavy, and you will see basically throughout the entire piece, I've got a chord almost always on that first measure, on the first beat of the measure, to give it a little more oomph. Okay. Grab your I think I'll play this with my thumb. I think it sounds nicest with a nice thumb strumming through here, but absolutely, if you're working on this shape, that's going to sound good too. From the top, I'm going to count in 2, and then we're going to go 1, 2. That's a pretty song, right? Nice arrangement. I think it fits really well on the ukulele. And um, Gary, Gery. It's close enough. That's Starbucks close, right? You say, my name's Gary, and it comes out as being George, and you're like, whatever. What was I going to say? I was going to say something fascinating. I don't know. Lovely tune. There we go. Oh, I know. I had this on one page, and when I decided to, when we had to rush around and get everything up online, I cleaned up the arrangement of this, and it goes on to 2 pages now and has a repeat and all this stuff, and it never had that before. So as I'm playing along, it's different than I'm used to having played this, and going, that's not right. Was that right? What the heck is going on? So I'm having all this mental cognition going on when I'm supposed to be focused in on playing well. Simple Gifts. Let's do that one. That's a oh, thanks, Renee. Yeah, let's play Simple Gifts. This is my favorite song, and so let's see how good we can get it. And again, as I've talked about before, a lot of you will, if you grew up in a Protestant tradition, may have run across this song, and it gets played in lots of different ways. But we're going to play what's on the paper because it's, I think, the best version of it. Okay, F chord and C chord. And if you are just logging in with your chords and that's all you got right now, just strum along with us as your chords. Sing out. Okay. Yeah, otherwise, play the melody or play tough axe, tough uke, whichever one makes the most sense. I'm going to count in 3, and then we're going to go. Get your F chord on. 1, 2, 3. That's a good melody. And you can tell people you're playing classical music with that because it's in Aaron Copland's Appalachian Spring. Another really quality arrangement. Not terribly hard to play. And honestly, this is a song, and those of you guys who are running ukulele groups, when you're ready to, hand out a new song and you want them to play at this next level that you guys have been working on, this is a great song, right? Because you got 2 chords, so you can go through, sing it, and then the melody is all 1s and 3s. That's the only 2 fingers they need to use. It stays on the first couple of strings. I guess it drops onto the 3rd string once in a while. And then the tough axe is actually doable. The only hard moment is you got to do that F chord with the pinky. Okay, if you can get that in there, then you kind of lure in all of these ukulele players who have just been strumming and singing and saying, hey, there's another way to do this. So one that's going to aggravate the heck out of you. So did you play it perfectly, Lynn? Good. Linda number 2, I think, is Banjolin. All right, let's see. What's next? I keep forgetting. I should print this out before I come to work. Daisy Bell. All right, let's play Daisy Bell next. There's this. Daisy Bell. All right. Those of you who were here from yesterday or the day before when he did this, you know why Hal 9000 now sings Daisy Bell as he is dying. Okay. Everybody set? Here we go. Remember, you got a B flat in there. If your B flat sounds like this, that's fine. Okay? Don't lose sleep over it. It'll go away eventually. Lanny said it took him 2 years. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, Z, 2, 3. Okay, Daisy Bell. Lovely. You can become a computer now. Oh, Linda, you're number three. I thought, no, that's right. You are number three. Okay. All right. I upgraded you to number two. We were going to demote one of the other Lindas, but you can still be number three if you feel if you love being Linda number three. All right, that is so funny. All right, so that's our warm up. If you are newer and you are playing that stuff at that level, at that speed, you are killing it. Most of the time here in Denver, when I give my group classes, I teach those three songs religiously every single time, and we're playing them at a much slower speed and not necessarily playing tough uke on all of that stuff. Lots of chords and lots of melody, and then we do it as a group activity where some people take chords and some people take the melody. But if you're playing it even close to that, or if it's making sense, you really have arrived. That's pretty complicated music for most players, and I think you should feel super good that you're hanging in there and doing well. All right, so we're going to move on to the Beatles stuff. Let me make a couple of side announcements. Number one, in America, some of you are not from the United States, we have a holiday on Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. We have absolutely no plans other than to sit in the house and feel sorry for ourselves. So I'm going to take it off anyway in the event that something happens that's interesting on Monday. And so that we won't meet Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But that doesn't mean you have the right to take the weekend off, people. What I want you to do is, first of all, if you're doing the songwriting program, some of you are and most of you aren't, but grab yourself 3 chords. C, F, and G would be my preference. Or how about F, B flat, and C7? Or maybe grab yourself A minor, D minor, and E7, and write a song. Write your weekend song about sing the blues about how we don't have ukulele meeting for 3 days in a row. So that's going on. So just know we won't be here Monday, and we will be back at it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. Next week we're going to do moon songs about the moon. Okay, here's what happened last Summer Institute. Our theme was outer space, and so I wrote all these songs about the moon because I knew in the fall we were going to have the orchestra do a whole show, and I thought I'll write a bunch of songs about the moon, and then when we get time for orchestra, they're all the small groups are going to say, Gary, I need a song. And I'll say, look, here's a moon song. And they'll be all happy. Not one of the small groups took me up on it. None of them, not even one. And so I ended up writing all these moon songs for no reason whatsoever. And so I have lovely arrangements of Paper Moon, Moon River, Fly Me to the Moon. I can't remember what other ones we have, but I have 5 moon songs. And so we're going to get 5 moon songs in 4 days. Okay. So I will try to post that stuff over the weekend so that you can get a head start on all of your moon work. And then also, hopefully you know this. I'm leaving almost everything sitting around on the website. Go get copies of everything. Go back through your book and play that stuff. Try not to take days off, right? Even if you sit down for just 15 or 20 minutes and play your ukulele and knock it out. I just think it helps keep you in the game a little bit. Some of these chords are super complicated and weird that we have to do as instrumentalists. And hopefully you're just spending a little bit of time at home every day, getting your ukulele out, dusting it off, knocking out an arpeggio, playing a little bit of something. So don't take 3 days off in a row. That'll turn you into, an animal. And you don't want to be that person. I'll probably take 3 days off because I'm going to be busy writing for you guys. So that's announcement number 1. No meeting on Monday. Number 2, I'm getting a haircut next Friday in the morning. So next Friday's concert for our moon concert, I'll be looking very sharp. Okay. Number 3, we have an Instagram account. Go to the website. Go to click over there on. Megan wants me to really push the Instagram account so that we can get super famous. I don't know what Instagram even is good for, but other than looking at pictures of people's dinners. So if you're an Instagrammer, go follow Jolly Roger Ukulele, and she also set up a Facebook page. So please go follow those if you can. Why by the way, while you're here on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, I think the button's right there. And if you want to thumbs up me, I'm right there. And then some moons, nothing on Monday, Instagram, Facebook, membership and emails and all that stuff, guys. I don't remember how many emails I am behind. It's in the 80s or so. I'm hacking it down. I had some life stuff I had to take care of yesterday, but by the end of the weekend, my plan is to have said hello to all of you that became members over the last few weeks. And I really think that I'm so optimistic and I have so much promise. What am I trying to say? I'm very excited about the fact that a bunch of you guys have signed up to be members so that we can just keep this thing going and let it grow and turn into a thing. And I really appreciate it. We should be able to just roll through the whole summer with what we're doing. And it makes a lot of sense to me. And hopefully it's making some sense to you. On the membership secret page, I put up 3 Disney songs, A Whole New World, something else, I don't remember what, and something else. And so there's 2 or 3 Disney's tunes up there. Whole New World. I can't remember. Oh no, It's a Small World. Go ahead, try it, see what happens. And then one other song, I can't remember what it was. And so I'm going to put up a couple more on there. We did a few years ago. We did a ton of Disney stuff, and it's just been sitting in the computer forever. So I've been cleaning it up, and I'm going to stick it on the member page for you guys to mess around with. So you should have plenty of music to get you through the weekend, and hopefully, the arrangements are making more and more sense to you every day. And so please. Go check that stuff out. And again, thank you for all of that. So that's the site news. And let's see what else. Everybody's logging in here. Renee says, beautiful. Thank you. Banjo, number 3. Linda's number 2. Okay. I guess that makes Linda Schmidt number 1. Is that how that's going to work? Violet made it in finally. Judy's here from Conifer. They're lovely. Right? Thanks, Lindy. Appreciate it. Manette, Moonglow. Oh, Moonglow might have been. James Hill did a really beautiful arrangement of Moonglow. I think you can probably find that floating around on the internet. Honestly, I don't remember if I did it or not. I think I probably thought, well, James Hill did it. I'm gonna do a different Moon song. I got Moon Shadow in there. That's one of them from Cat Stevens. Yep, Lynn. You're so right. Easy to improve quickly and get your fingers strong, just like a gym. Yeah. Right. Hopefully your hands are getting tough by now. Let's see. Toby's digging it. Let's see. How do we do members access? Oh, if you're a member, click on the member portal. At the very bottom of that page, it says members only secret page or something like that, and that's how you find it. So there's right, I've got a ton of stuff on there, but it's stuff we've already done out here in the open. And so but I'm going to start building up stuff that we just pawn off to members. So hope that page will keep growing. And then I liked and followed your Facebook page last night. Yay, thanks, Vicky. All right, Beatles time. Let's get going. Let's get something out of the songs from this week. I find something to be maybe not the hardest one, but boy, the one that you really, it either goes really well or it just completely blows up in your face. So let's see. Hey, Red, Arlo was the one who wrote our Harvest Moon, and I haven't taken his stuff away from him yet, so I haven't done a Harvest Moon, but maybe I'll push Arlo over to the side and write one out for you. I don't know. We'll see. I liked Arlo's version of it. Okay. Something. What should we say about it? Nothing. Let's just play it. Okay. Don't play it fast. That's what we're saying. Ready? Looking for the repeats. I got to refresh myself. Measure 9, we repeat back to the top, and then we just ride the sucker out. No, we don't. We go down to 33, and you're going to pop back to 25. Okay, so we got 2 repeats in there. So when you see that, you know it's A, B, A is how the song structure works. Here we go. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch. Pretty good. Pretty. I think the arrangement is right. I think my that doggone F augmented every time it rolled around. I'm like, what the heck is that, right? And so that would be an area that I want to put in a tiny bit more effort into getting that F augmented on. A few of you commented to me that the F sharp minor seventh, that 2 4 2 4, that's a real tough one. And a couple of you talked about, hey, I'm going to do it as a bar chord, just a bar on two, and then I'm going to add these two fingers on the fours. That's perfectly fine, right? That's fine. I do it with all four fingers to get there. I find that easier, but either of those is a pretty good idea to do those. You know, when it finds your way that makes the most sense for you. But that's a pretty challenging song, even at a really slow pace, which it sounds fine playing it slow, don't you think? I think there's just a lot in there to really end up turning into a complete nightmare if you go too fast. So, all right, beautiful. Let's see. Hey Jackie, how are you? And I kept reverting to the ukulele melody. Yeah, I don't talk about that often enough. If you are playing along with other people and you get to a tough section, and you're like, I know I'm going to fail if I roll through this. Just jump up to the melody. Just play the melody for a little bit. And I say it in my local classes all the time. I'm like, hey, we're going to get to this section where you're like, oh God, I don't know what's going on. Just have your eyeball track right up, play through the melody until you can jump back down and get back onto the tough uke line. That is not cheating. That is legit musicianship. And so when you get to the hard part and you know you're going to fail, give yourself an out, right? And that's only when you're in performance, right? When we're here doing the concert on Friday, yeah, then we do it. But at home, you're trying to learn how to actually play the song. And so that's different. All right, here comes the sun. Let's do it. Peeking through here to see what things I forgot are in here. That this one is all about timing. This one is not the chord shapes, the melody line, the whole thing about this, not brutal. What is brutal is getting all of this decorative stuff in there in the right time. I'm probably going to fail at it. You're probably going to fail at it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're giving it our best shot. Okay. And so just remember, we're going to play down through 17 and there's a repeat there. And then we're going to go back to 1. When you get into that middle section there with all the 8s and the 2 4s and 3 8s and 5 8s, and it's just a nightmare to count it. I would say hear it in your head, but also just treat everything as if it's 8th notes. So instead of counting 2 4, you're going to count it as a 4 4 with 8th notes, right? Plum 2 3 4 bum bum bum. Okay, so that was my suggestion earlier in the week. Just treat that whole section as a whole mess of 8th notes in a row, and I think you'll be able to count it through pretty well. Also, remember it measures 48 through 54. We repeat that section twice. Okay, all right. Let's see how we do. Okay, I didn't practice this one this morning, so hopefully I'm okay. If it sounds terrible, it's Bob's fault. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to count in 4. We're going to go, again, super slow. Give yourself a chance to be successful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, didn't turn the page. Ready, go. To the top. I think you should probably put a big old slowdown as you go into 55. I can't quite figure it out. I played it fast. I've played it slow. Feels like you got to get onto that measure 55 at the regular speed coming off of 54 and jump onto 55. But then I think you got to slow it down. I haven't quite figured out the best way to get the best tone out of that little section there. And so if you figure it out, make a video and send it to me. That's a tough song, right? Getting the timing through that page 2 is really, really challenging. And probably if you're thinking, yep, this is a song that I love, I really want to get good at it, I'd spend most of my time really thinking through the timing, really listening to that MP3, figuring out what I got to do to make each of those notes the right length. It is a pretty tough song through that section. All right. We're keeping moving forward. Hopefully that made some sense to you. Hopefully you got most of it, right? Hopefully you got the whole thing. Hopefully you played better than I played. Not too difficult sometimes. All right, let's do All My Loving. Let's ease the load up here just a little bit. All My Loving will be next. And this is the one that was actually pretty playable this week. So let's see how we do with it. Come on, computer. Oh, it's mad at me. Hold on a second. I'll get there. Me and technology. I thought I actually knew what I was doing with technology, and then the coronavirus happened, and everything I do is fighting technology now. All right. Guys, a couple things. Kathy sent me an email about this, that she doesn't like some of the pieces or some of the ways this is put together. Not that she doesn't like it. She's used to doing it a different way. I think her ideas are actually very good. And so I may actually repost this after I spend some time with her ideas and my ideas, and then the repeats, the little sign up on the upper left-hand side about the repeats, that's incorrect. And so I need to spend a little bit of time cleaning this sheet music up. So if I have time this weekend, I'll repost it, and then you can get in, and of course I'll send you an email about it. And so this is on my to-do list, just to take a look at this. I think it's playable the way it is, but I do think there are other things to think about with it. Okay, so let's talk about repeats 1 through 17. You go back to number 2. And then you go on to page 2, play through 27, and then you're going to go all the way back up to the top again. Okay, play through it again, skip 16 and 17. And then you're going to play 18, 19, 25, and then you play 28 to the end. So you basically have 2 first and second repeats to tackle. So 1 through 17, go back to 2. And then you're going to play through it the second time, skipping 16, 17, play down to 27, skip all the way back, and then you're supposed to play the first verse again, basically. Okay. All right. So let's give it a try. The Tough Uke here is probably the most playable of the week. Let's see how I do. All right. Hopefully you're at home playing better than I am. Here we go. From the top. 1, 2. top. Did I do the repeats right? I think I did. Were you able to follow me? Um, I got a little bit freaked out there in the middle, and I was doing the middle part too many times. So hopefully, I think I did it right. So you're supposed to play the top part 3 times, the middle part twice, and the end part once. Okay. Repeats in Beatles music makes you mental because it all just keeps sounding like the same, but you're pretty sure you're in the wrong place. All right. That's a fun song. I like that song a lot. I think that's one that we could work up and turn into something really pretty. We're wrapping up with Imagine, right? Are we done? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go to Imagine. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up early for once. Imagine. Measure 18. Remember, you got a forward repeat. That's going to go around when you get to, so at 37, you don't go back to the top. At 37, go back to 18, and then you'll play through. The second time through, you skip 37 and go to the end. Okay? So that should, that's really the only thing you got to remember. Everything else, this laid out very well on ukulele. I think it's a really pretty song. I think they should have written it on a ukulele instead of a piano. But they had a white piano in that apartment, remember? All right. Insert Yoko Ono joke here, and then let's play this. All right. Here we go. Get yourself sort of in a C chord, right? It's just that you start there instead. And probably with this one, certainly the beginning part's the important part, right? Because that's that iconic beginning. We want to get that right. So either that claw position, I started to grab that, but then I'm probably, well, I want it to be smooth and beautiful, so I'm going to go with my thumb. Okay, and then remember that 16th notes at the end of measures 2 and measure 4. Those are kind of important to get right. So try not to play the first part of measures 1 and 2 too fast. That gives you the ability to pull off those 16th notes at the end of 2 and 4. Okay, from the top, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so ends our first ever Beatles week. I chopped up the first verse pretty good, but the other two verses I got okay. Sorry, Yogo. Thoughts, comments, questions? Hit the exit button, whatever. That's enough for a Beatles week. Next week is Moon Week. Next week I get a haircut. Next week, I don't know what else to tell you about next week. Next week, don't show up on Monday. Practice every day this weekend. Write a song this weekend. I think that's it. John and Paul did pretty good writing a song about every day for 300 days or 500 days in a row. So you might think about that too. It's a pretty good idea. You can do it now. You know how. Let's see. Thanks, guys, for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day if you're in the United States, and I hope you have a wonderful whatever weekend if you're not in the United States. Let's see. All right, so let's get the exits out of here. Renee, yay! Thanks. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. I will. I'm going to have a great Memorial Day weekend. And guys, those of you, I know I know Beatles are pretty high on a lot of people's lists. We're going to do another Beatles week somewhere down the road. So there's a lot more music to come from there. Linda, have a great weekend. Critter, have a great weekend out there in Utah. I don't know what you do in Utah. Thanks for a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day to you too, Kat. Have a great weekend. Bob. Next week, Beatles too, right? Yeah. Have a great weekend, Bob. You're hilarious. Manette, be good up there in the mountains. Gail, have a wonderful weekend. John. Oh, I didn't know John had snuck in. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Be good out there. Elizabeth, I will probably see you here in a little bit. Lindy, have a wonderful weekend. Fran, I know. Stay safe. Seriously, stay inside, you guys. It's crazy out there. Pauline, have a wonderful weekend. I work in progress. Everything's a work in progress. Everything. And you can talk to the very top musician. You go talk to Jake. I guarantee you, he'll tell you he's got stuff he's working on. Chris, have a wonderful weekend. Lanny, good to see you, buddy. Toby, thanks for being here. Cheers. I love that. That's I wish I was British enough to say that. Thanks for a great weekend, Barbara. Have a good weekend to you. Red, try to be good. Jenna, thank you for challenging us. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you challenged, right? I'm gonna make you cry every single day you show up. Jackie, have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. Vicky, uh, yeah, it was a good week for Beatles, right? We had a good week. All right, have a good weekend. Annie, go play some Beatles. Let's see. Brandon, you survived week number 2 for you, bud. Okay, next week it's all downhill. Okay, then June 1st, by the way, we start the intro stuff all over again. So tell your friends who are thinking, if you know a friend who owns a ukulele and they're not hanging out with us, tell them about it. June 1st, that's the day for them to jump in. Let's see. Lynn, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Violet, show up on time. No, I'm kidding. I know you're busy up there. Glad you were here. Have a wonderful weekend. Still can't get in the membership portal. I'm going to try to get all that stuff worked out this weekend. So if you've got stuck and you've sent me an email, I'm going to try to get all that stuff. I have come up with a solution. Those of you guys that got stuck into the membership portal, it has to do with the approving your registration properly. A few people have gotten stuck in this sort of never land, and so I need to just go in and pump you up for that. So what I've been doing is just resetting people's passwords, and I will get that taken care of, Violet. So apologize that I haven't been on top of that a little faster, but I will get to you this weekend. That's my goal. Okay. Linda, have a peaceful and safe weekend. You too, Linda. That's good to see you, man. Thanks for being a part of all this. I've been trying to get to others to trying to bug them again. It turns out this is hard work. So some people think that this is a good thing, and some people are like, this is too hard, right? I just want to strum somewhere over the rainbow. That's what I want to do. And I actually have very fine musicians who would rather do that than this. Okay. And they are wrong. This is the correct thing that you should be doing on ukulele. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I really appreciate everything. I will see all of you on Tuesday. And I got 4 more days of my hair turning into a maniac thing. And then we will get me a haircut. And everything will be solved after that. So have a wonderful weekend. I will see you Tuesday. Will I beetle them? I'll beetle them to death. Have a good one. Thanks.